Tim, could you replay, as painful as it may be, the Hail Mary?
Yeah, I mean, we're coming off pick six and then another interception by DJ. I mean, momentum's our way, and we had, I think, 1 second left, and wanted to see if we can get in the end zone. They did a good job of keeping the rush. I tried to get out of the pocket to the right, and by the time I got it up, I didn't feel like I got enough on it, but just trying to give our guys a chance, and number 8 made a really good play. And I've never really seen or been a part of anything like that, but it's a good learning experience. I mean, it's you have to have a cover plan for just in case interceptions happen like that. But it was frustrating, but yeah, that's what I saw. I mean, I tried to give our guys a chance, and I think it fell a little short, but yeah.
You're the last line of defense there. So you see this whole thing unfolding. I mean, what are you thinking as you see this guy coming at you?
Yeah, it's one of those rare situations. Like, you throw an interception, you see guys running, you try to kind of turn into the safety. And he got through everyone. It was me and him, and he made a good little move. He cut, back in field and came back and stumbled me a little bit. And unfortunate, I couldn't keep my feet and get him down. But it's one of those things where, interception, most of the time you see an interception, you start turning and run backwards. And, extremely unfortunate for us.
How would you,
Go ahead.
just how would you assess the start today and what was not going right? You had high hopes going into today.
Yeah, I think Hackett called a good game. I think we shot ourselves in the foot too many times. I think a couple false starts put us behind the sticks. There are a couple things that I missed. I missed that ball to Ruck. I think my first incompletion there to Ruck right over his head. I think that would have been a huge gain. I missed a couple run alert things. But I feel like I was seeing it well. They played a pretty good scheme on defense. Coach Fangio does a good job of mixing stuff up, but I think we kind of caught rhythm a little bit in that fourth quarter when we went no huddle, and they kind of simplified some of their stuff, and I was able to see it and get the ball out. But for the most part, I felt like I saw it well, and I got the ball out of my hands. I tried not to take sacks, but it's part of the game.
They did get you 7 times, I think. And I know you said one of your strengths is getting it out quick. What was going on there with the 7 sacks?
Yeah, it's just coverage issues. That's at some point I have to assess the fact that I can't put the ball in harm's way, and I'd rather there's a point in time where you just got to eat the ball and get down, and yeah, that's the short answer to that one.
Well, obviously, we saw with Zach the line having some protection trouble again tonight. Did you feel like you have a chance on those plays?
Yeah, I think they did a good job. I think on a short week with a new left tackle and Xavier coming back at right guard, I think we did a good job. Communication was on point. I think they battled, all 4 quarters. I love those guys. I think all 5 played really well. Tip's doing a really good job, as a rookie, playing center, making all the calls. So I'm extremely impressed with him. And Lake's been a strong, presence at left guard. So, and Max, always battles. You know what you're going to get from Max. So I'm pleased with those guys, and I'm proud to be their quarterback tonight.
I assume you'd like another shot, next weekend. But do you feel like, given that chance with this game under your belt with this group, that it can be better or will be better?
Yeah, I have no clue what happens moving forward, but I can control what I can control, and I know we're going to go back. And Coach said it, best at the end of the game in the locker rooms. We have to get our minds right to have the best 6 weeks of our life moving forward. We have 6 more games. We're going to put our best foot forward. We're going to try to win all 6, and we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep fighting on offense.
Obviously, you know Aaron well. How was it helpful to you having him there?
Yeah. Aaron's a peaceful, calming presence for me. He does a good job of painting a good picture for a quarterback. My first time, in preseason playing, and he was on the sideline in street clothes. He was able to kind of communicate some stuff to me. So, kind of felt the same way. From him tonight. He came on the field a few times and told me a few things that he was thinking about. But yeah, Aaron, obviously, a close friend, and grateful for him, and glad that he was on the sideline tonight helping me out.
Tim, what you learn today? You got a chance to get out there and play. What did you learn that you could take into next week and do better, and we could show more offense?
Yeah, I think what I learned tonight, I think that our intermediate passing game, especially in that second half, got going a little bit. I think we can continue to build on that. But, I think we can lean on, the guys who have been making plays for us, Conk, Brees, 17. I think we have to go and scheme those guys up. I think those are our playmakers, and I have to do a better job getting the ball out on time. And I think, obviously, not all 7 of those are on the offensive line, and I think majority of them are on me. But like I said earlier, it's the assessment of, putting the ball in harm's way or, taking a sack. So we're going to continue to build. I think Coach Hackett's going to, continue to fight. Coach Downey's going to continue to fight. We love all those guys, and, on next week.